Kevilton Nature Series, bringing the soul of nature into the heart of your living space.
The Monetary Policy Board decided to keep the policy interest rate, overnight policy rate, at the current level of 7.75%. Also, the margins to form the standing deposit facility and lending facility will also be unchanged at 50 basis points. The board is of the view that current monetary policy stance will support steering inflation towards the target of 5%. Headline inflation continued to accelerate in October for the third consecutive month. The inflation is projected to rise more gradually than projected earlier and more towards the target by second half of next year. Core inflation, which measures the demand pressure in the economy, is also expected to accelerate but at a moderate pace as demand in the economy is gradually strengthening. Medium-term inflation expectations remain well anchored around the targeted level of 5%. On the growth side, we see that leading economic indicators suggest that growth momentum continues periods. On the external sector, we have seen imports have risen recently and that is contributing to widening of trade deficit.
ආර්ථිකය වර්ධනය වීමේ හැකියාව potential growth එක බැලුවාම
The monetary policy stance was taken, taking potential economic growth into account. This is why we have decided to keep interest rates stable without tightening them. One of the key ways the central bank contributed to economic growth, 5% in 2024 and nearly 5% this year, was by maintaining both price stability and monetary stability. Regarding reserve management, there is an IMF-mandated gross official reserve target for Sri Lanka and we are confident of achieving it. We initially saw an increase in vehicle imports following the lifting of restrictions. However, we now observe a decline in the opening of LCs. Compared to July and August, this decline is significant in November and December and vehicle prices are also gradually decreasing during the same period. When the fifth tranche of the IMF program is approved on December 15th, Sri Lanka will receive approximately $340 million. We have also signed an agreement with the Asian Development Bank, which will release around $370 million next month. Additionally, we expect further funds from the World Bank, bringing the government's total inflows in December to about $750 million. With these inflows, we will end the year with the highest level of gross official reserves recorded in Sri Lanka since the economic crisis. We are therefore confident in comfortably achieving the year-end foreign reserve target.
අවුරුද්ද අවසාන ඉලක්කය ඉතා පහසුවෙන් අපි ළඟා කරගන්නවා.
We see the new budget have a major spending commitment. Governor, how confident is the central bank that the fiscal policy will not have any pressure or any impact on the independence of the monetary policy?
If you look at this year, obviously fiscal performance has been much better than any year in the history. The revenue targets so much above what was announced. Primary surplus is going to be much above what was announced. I think budget speech published the numbers. The budget deficit is also within the parameters that agreed with the IMF, consistent with the disaster analysis. So that's, I think, a good fiscal consolidation and continuation of that will certainly help the monetary policy implementation as well.